Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Danny Danae Show. I am Danielle Danae, aka Danny Danae, and I've got a lot to say. So let's get into it. Now, today we are talking about hair care. I won't say I'm an expert, but my hair is very pretty to me. So I want to, and a lot of people ask me about how I keep my hair so pretty and, for it to look like it does and for it to be so long. So that's what we're talking about today. So let's get into it. So hair care. Ladies, this is for the ladies. I don't know if this is for the men so much. I'm specifically talking to the ladies today. So in order to really take care of your hair, you first got to know what type of hair type you have. And if you don't know what a hair type is, it's a scale. And the scale goes from 1A to 4C. And the scale goes from 1A being like super fine, super straight, bone straight, and then to very coarse, very curly, 4C. So yeah, you gotta know where you are on that line. My hairstylist said I'm a 3B, so that's what I am. That's what I am naturally. My natural hair, I'm wearing it right now. I was gonna wear it in an afro, but it was not cooperating with me today. So it's pulled back. That's the thing about curly hair. It's so unpredictable. Maybe with straight hair too, but for me, when my hair is straightened, it's way more easier to maintain. But it's great that I have, super curly hair when it's natural, super curly, but when it's straight, it's 1B, or 1B, because 1A is like super fine. It's straight. Y'all seen how straight it can get. I've worn it bone straight on this podcast. So my hair can go from all different types of the spectrum. I can also make it really super coarse if it's picked enough and left alone for long enough. It can get very coily very fast. So yeah, I thought, that's that's good that I can, tell women who have all different hair types around the world what I do to protect my hair, because in different ways I take care of it, because I can be on all sides of the spectrum. I have experienced all different types of hair textures when it comes to my hair. So yes, that's why I'm doing this video. So yes, first determining what you are. Like I said, I'm 3B. So yeah, I love it. I have the best of both worlds. But when my hair is straight, and when I straighten my hair, I get it blow dried. Usually I wash it, condition it, wash out the conditioner, blow dry it, and then straighten it with a flat iron. Or my hairstylist before used to use a hot comb. I don't know what that is. Look it up. It's kind of a black person thing. So yeah, when it and then it gets bone straight. And so what I usually do to protect that hairstyle, because usually it can last up to a month if I take care of it properly. The thing is, when my hair is straight, it acts different from when it's curly. It gets very oily very fast. It gets dandruffy too when I have it in too long. So yeah, it's very important to maintain it as long as possible. And the way I do that is, I try to, not put a lot of products in it when it's straight. That also makes it oily and dandruffy faster. So I don't put, oil on my scalp for the dandruff. I don't put a whole bunch of stuff in it, because like I said, what the oil does is make it more oily, and it messes up the texture of my hair, the freshness, and messes up the freshness of it. So I don't do that. I just, like I said, I just leave it alone. I comb it out every day when I wake up, from either wearing it in a bonnet, or sometimes I just wear it out, because it lasts kind of just as long either way, but it's just a little, I don't have to brush it so hard when I wear a bonnet. So yeah, I try not to sweat. Everybody knows, gosh, I hate sweating. I know it's a part of life, but I hate being drenched in sweat, because obviously, when you sweat out when it's straight, it's like, ugh, your roots get all frizzy, and then you have to go back over it with a flat iron. It's a whole hassle. So I try to do work, but it's no excuse. I tell myself there's no excuse to not, work out. There's no excuse to not move around. I just know I don't do it as intensively as I can, or I do workouts more throughout the day for shorter periods of time, so I'm not, working myself out to the point where I'm drenched in sweat, but I'm still getting that workout in. So yeah, and I have the time to do that with my schedule. So yeah, I know a lot of people don't, but that's how I maintain it, by not, sweating profusely, and not putting a whole bunch of products in it. But one product I do put in my hair that I love so much, and I put it in my hair also when it's curly, but it's really important when it's straight. Dry shampoo. Oh my gosh, it's a lifesaver. I love it so much. I wish I could tell you the brand, but I think it's Batiste, something like that. I have to look it up, but it's so good. I use a whole bunch of different brands, but the Batiste is the one that has a wider range that I've seen. They have, they even have dry shampoo that comes in darker colors. So if you have darker hair, it can like cover your it's not white. It blends with your hair, so you don't have to, try to blend it with your hands or blend it out with a brush as much. But it's a lifesaver in between washes. Oh my goodness, it's the greatest. And people are like, oh, you don't, I said my hair lasts for a month when it's straight. And people are like, oh, you don't wash your hair for a month? I'm like, no, not when it's straight. And it does, and you can get away with that with my hair texture at least. And with spraying this dry shampoo, I don't know. It depends on how often I'm moving that I use it. If I feel like it's getting a little oily, if I'm out in a hot area for a while, I come home and spray a bunch of it. And what you do is it's instructions on the bottle, but you spray it not so close to your scalp where it's like, but a little ways away. It tells you the exact amount away on the bottle. You spray it away from your hair and just lift it up and just spray throughout different sections of your hair, and then brush it out, and it makes your hair smelling oh so fresh. One thing I love is smelling fresh. I don't like smelling like a bunch of expensive perfumes. If you know me, I have perfumes over here, but I don't really wear them unless I'm going out to a special event or stuff. I just want to smell clean. I remember a little kid just walked up to me one time when I was in downtown and gave me a hug. I was like, oh my gosh, you smell so fresh. I think I told this story before. It was so random. And I was like, thank you, the best compliment ever. And from kids, they mean it, so it's the greatest. So yeah, you just want to smell clean. And I know it's unrealistic of me. It's unrealistic of me to want to smell clean all throughout the day when I'm working and, hard and sweating. But, for the most part, when I can, I try to smell as fresh as possible, and dry shampoo does that, guys, okay? So yeah, and when it starts to get super oily, super, because the texture changes within a month. It starts to lay flat. When I try to curl it, the volume doesn't hold as much. So yeah, when that point comes, I will slick it back into either a high pony, low pony, a high bun, low bun. Because I can only, sometimes I can touch up before it's time to really call it a day. But for the most part, yeah, you don't want to put a lot of heat on your hair. Guys, I think that's the problem. Like, a lot of people that have damaged hair put excessive heat and excessive products, excessive bleaches on their hair, and that's why their hair is damaged and broken off. I try to use as little heat as possible. Like I said, if I do use heat, it's just to touch up my roots. Sometimes I'll curl my ends and stuff like that, but for the most part, from once I get it done to when I start to slick it back, I don't really change my hair a lot unless I'm on a set and they change my hair. So yeah, because I use excessive heat. I don't know what I'm doing, even though I spray heat protectant on. That's one thing too. I always use heat protectant. You should always use heat protectant when you're straightening your hair. But I like my hair a certain way, extra perfect. And extra perfect, sometimes you have to go back and do stuff over and over again. So I try not to do that as best as possible, and you guys should too. It's really helped my hair in the long run, so absolutely. But like I said, when it gets to that point, and it can come earlier or later, when it's past point of you trying to upkeep the style, it's time for you to either slick it back or wash it completely. You'll know that within, sometimes I'll just get my hair done, and it sucks because my hair is expensive to upkeep. To get it dyed, I also get it dyed black, you guys, if you didn't know. So to wash it, condition it, to get it dyed, wash it, condition it, blow dry, and then straighten, and then trimmed if necessary, if I have split ends. It costs about $200, a little over maybe $200, which is actually not that bad. But as often as I used to get my hair straightened, it adds up. So yeah, it sucks when I get on the set and they want me to get wet, or if they want to put excessive products in my hair. It's like, freak. But usually my jobs pay enough to cover it. I would never be down to do that unless pretty much it was worth it. If not pay in the type of job it was. If it wasn't pay, it was in the type of job it was. So yeah, sometimes it'll go quickly. I'll have to wash it within a week, but usually for the most part, if I can help it, I let it. I upkeep it for a month. And yeah, so like I said, I use oil when I slick it back, because it's fine when your hair is slicked back, you know. It's different from trying to wear it out and wearing oil, because you can see my hair falls flat, and it looks like you can see the oil, but when you slick it back, it kind of, you know, locks everything in. So like I said, high ponytail, low ponytail, high bun, low bun. Sometimes I do middle part with each, that model bun. You know, y'all seen those supermodels wear like a middle part and then a sleeked up bun. It's way harder with curly hair, so I love to do it when my hair is straight. So yeah, I'll try to do that out, but it's so hard also with a middle part, with a widow's peak. Trying to do a middle part, oh my goodness. It's the worst. It's not the worst, but it's super hard. So yeah, but sometimes I manage to get it right. It's not a big deal. But yeah, yeah, that's about it for my straight hair, guys. And yeah, but when my hair is curly, like it is now, it is something. It is, like I said, it's way more unpredictable, and it's a totally different maintaining process. So usually when I first when I'm transitioning, usually from straight to curly, which is normally what it is, if I'm not, right now I'm on a streak where I'm just wearing it natural for a long time. But for the most part, like I said, I used to straighten my hair often, so when it got curly, it was because, you know, it was time to give up. The month was up to give up the straight hair. So I wash it with shampoo, and then I wash it with conditioner. And you guys, I usually use, I don't want to name brand too much, but Pantene is usually really great. I love their Beautiful Lengths one. They have a bunch of different types, but it's called Beautiful Lengths. My hair has grown tremendously from Pantene products. I don't know what specifically in the Beautiful Lengths one they have. I don't know, it might not be any different, I don't know, but my hair definitely was longer using it. But recently I started using this conditioner from Whole Blends, Garnier, I swear, has the best smelling products. Oh my gosh, they have this green bottle leave-in conditioner from Garnier. I forget the other titles that go underneath it, but I feel like curly hair people that are watching this know what I'm talking about. Like, it's just great. That leave-in conditioner is insane. I have to re-up. My sister used to buy it for me all the time. My mom used to buy it for me all the time, and I just transitioned over to Pantene, so I really haven't, you know, just been able to get it, but it's so good. But this one, oh my goodness, this Honey Treasures, it smells like honey. It smells so good. The thing about me is I love stuff that smells good. It smells fresh. And honey, even though honey is not really a natural, I don't know, maybe it is a natural scent, or like a fresh scent, like a fresh bar of soap, but it still smells tremendously good. And I'll give this one a pass because it actually works good. It's so hard to find a product that actually works good and smells really good. There's a lot of products out there that work really good on me, but they smell horrible, and it's like, ugh, I can't compromise the smelling. Like, that's a big deal for me. So I end up not using them long term, or using them at all, really. So yeah, I use that conditioner after I wash it, and I'll comb it out with a detangling brush. Trying to use any other brush with my type of hair is it's self-torture. Like, I've tried to use regular brushes, and it's not. You have to use a detangling brush on super curly hair. It just makes your life easier. And even though my hand is still tired after, it's way less in comparison to if I used a normal brush. So usually I'll leave the conditioner in there once I wash my hair, even if it's not leave-in conditioner, because I need it. Curly hair people know you need conditioner like all the time. So yeah, so I brush it out with the conditioner still left in, and it depends where I'm going. Sometimes I'll slick it back into a bun, but for the most part, when I wear it out, I'll either diffuse it with the diffuser, or sometimes I just use the blow dryer. Even both works, and then just scrunch it with my hand in the process, so it then becomes a super curly fro. You guys seen it, but sometimes it'll be curlier, sometimes the others it's so unpredictable. But with this conditioner, it pretty much has been the same. But yeah, and then I'll just wear it out in a big old curly fro. And to maintain that, sometimes I'll use dry shampoo too, but not normally, because I'm always having to, when I go in the shower, I don't wash it excessively, but I'll always wet it and put more conditioner in, because it just needs extra conditioning. It just does, to maintain the curls, to maintain it not being frizzy. I'll just wet it and continue to put conditioner in. Yeah, I don't usually, it's like for every 1 bottle of shampoo I have 5 bottles of conditioner, because it's like you just need it to keep it in place and the curls looking healthy. So yeah, like I said, usually I'll use a bonnet for my curly hair too when I go to sleep. Sometimes I don't, because I know I'm gonna have to start the process all over again. Not all over again, but when I take a shower, condition it again. Yeah, so bonnet, sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll even pin curl my hair though, and that's when it's straight too. I'll just roll it up in some pins and see the results. Just switching it up, but I'm just talking about the everyday upkeep, pretty much. Like I said, I just put in a bonnet. I do, and yeah, I continue to put that conditioner in. And sometimes I'll use a bunch of brand send me products. From time to time, I'll try some. I know, what's her name? Kim Kimball, pardon me. She's a professional hairstylist. She has amazing products. She gave a bunch of them out for free when I was on set for her one time. So I've just finished up using her products. And then I have some more from other brands that I'll try out. But for the most part, I stick to Pantene, I stick to Garnier Fructis. And then I always use, y'all are gonna laugh, but when I do sleek backs, or when I'm just trying to slick down my little frizzies here, my little baby hairs, I'll use Gorilla Snot. It's not actual Gorilla Snot, obviously. It's the title of the brand. It's so funny. I was telling a friend that I use Gorilla Snot, and he was just like, what kind of name is that? And then we went in a whole conversation like why that is, and he thought it was like a racist thing, and I don't know, it might be, but anyway, it's a really good product. I hate the name too, but I love the results. And yeah, it sleeks my hair forever, and you gotta like do it when it's wet. I always do it when my hair is freshly wet out of the shower, or I wet it in the sink, and sleek it into the style I want, and put the product on. And like I said, you got to do it when it's wet, because when it's dry, it's like it's sticking, it's staying there, it's done. My hair is not out of place, and people see me when I've gone out, they're like, what do you use to lay it down like that? But you also use, it's not just the Gorilla Snot, and sometimes I use Eco, But Eco has been flaking a lot on me, and I've seen stuff about that product that I'm like kind of iffy on. So it's like a backup at this point when it used to be the main product. Now Gorilla Snot is not Gorilla Glue. But it's like dang, I lost my train of thought. But basically, you also have to use, you also have to use a hard bristle brush when you're slicking your hair down like I do. Like it is, I would show you mine, but it is a mess. I've had it forever. I need a new one really, but it's so hard to find this specific brush. Or maybe it's not, but I don't see it in the typical Target. I think you have to go to like a beauty supply. And it is so great. It's like one of them brushes, like black girls, one of them brushes that hurt when you brush your hair, like, but it's that tough. But I know to use it in a way where it's not pulling at my hair, it's not breaking off my hair, but I get the results where it's sleek to the gods. Like laid down is something I just love so much. Like it can be a little frizzy like this when, for the everyday today, it doesn't have to be super down. It can be a little bumpy here and here. But when I'm doing a sleek, I'm doing a sleek back, a sleek bun, a high bun, a low bun, it has to be sleeked. Ain't no little frizzies, no nothing. So yeah, the brush, the products, all of it matters. You have to have the whole package to get the whole package result. So the whole package tools to get the whole package result. Okay, so yeah. But you guys have seen those little like sometimes on set, because my curls are all different because of the heat I've used, even though it's super cute sometimes. If I don't use these products as much as I do, you'll see the heat damage. You'll see like it's like this. It's like sometimes it's straight like this. That's why I didn't want to show you guys, but I'll show you guys or whatever. Like it's straight like this. So I'll use like a wand, and they'll use like a wand on set, one of those skinny ones, and then wrap my hair around it, and then it'll come out curly. I love those. Tracy Ellis Ross just came out with a line of curling products that are super cute. I'm going to try them one day. So yeah, I'll wrap my hair around them, each strand, and that takes a little while, but the results are insane. It's like a big old Diana Ross situation with the curls. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I'll do that from time to time. And I love these little wands, come in different sizes, whether you want the curls a little really wide or super coily. Like I said, like I can make my hair anything. My hair holds heat very well when it's curly. When it's straight, it's another story. It'll last for a little while, but with my natural hair, because you gotta realize, my hair, when someone straightens it, like it's meant to be straight. All that heat, it's like it's used to being straight. So when I'm trying to make it curly, even though while being straight, it's like it still wants to be straight, because that's what it's been. It's like when you've been told something over and over again, and you start to believe it. Like my hair believes it's straight. When it's straight, it doesn't want to try to be curly anymore. I know a lot of people like that out there. They're like, once my hair is straight, it's so hard to hold curl. Yeah, that's exactly how my hair is when it's been completely straight, unless it's been. I love when I go to New York because they do a completely different way. The Brazilian blowout people, they do my hair a completely different way than people in LA, and it's so hard to find people that do the Brazilian blowouts, the roller sets, period. Because it's like it's straightening my hair and curling at the same time, so the curls will last way longer because it's a different setup. But for the most part, people out here, LA stylists, they bone straight it and then try to curl it, and those curls never last long. They never do. And yeah, and they pay way, and it costs me way more out here. So it's like almost, I love going to New York to get my hair done and then flying back, because it's just way cheaper. I pay half the price of what I pay to get everything I got here over there. So I don't just fly out there just to get my hair done. But when I do fly out there, I definitely get my hair done for work. Yeah, I do. but I'm this close to being like, oh, I want to just do it. But like I said, I'm growing my hair out now, and I'm not trying to straighten it as much, especially, you know, because I've been doing it so long. But I really like to transition from summer, spring to fall, winter. We're transitioning into fall right now in LA. So I kind of want to get back to the straightening of my hair. But it was, if you were in LA, you were like, we had a heat wave not too long ago. So it was just like, I wanted to wait a little while because the weather here is so unpredictable, and it's pretty much nice all the time. But in fall and winter, it does get chilly. Not as chilly as a lot of other states, but cold enough to where, you know, I'm not going to sweat my hair out when it's straight when I'm going just outside. So yeah, but back to my straightening. Start back to my curling styles. Like I said, I use curling iron, a stick that's a curling iron, or, you know, I just wear it natural with shampoo or with the conditioner, pardon me. And yeah, and sometimes I'll make sure to wash it and condition it before I go to sleep, and then I'll wake up and I'll put it in a bun and put it in the bonnet, and then wake up, and it's super nice. And I don't know, the bun really sinks in the conditioner, and it being consolidated like that, it makes my curls hold too. So when I wake up, it's nice and dry, nice and fresh. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, y'all use dry conditioner sometimes, but not mostly, to keep it fresh. Diffuser on my hair, I said that already. Oh, hair mask. So one thing that you gotta do with your hair, whether it's super coily or just curly like mine, or even straight, you gotta use hair masks. And I can't really tell you how often, but I would say whenever you start to notice that your hair is getting a little dry, getting using excessive heat, you know, being super oily, if your hair is always straight and super oily, I would say use these hair masks. After you shampoo, put it in, leave it in. I think it says on the instructions, the little hair mask, that you're supposed to only leave it in for, I think, like 5 to 10 minutes. I might be pushing it. You can fact check me on that. I don't know for sure. But sometimes I leave it in for a long time, like overnight, for instance, or, you know, a few hours if I'm sitting chilling in my apartment for the day, because it's better than conditioner. It's better than deep conditioner. It actually works in your hair and really repairs the damages, really, you know, helps with whatever. And you have to get the one that's good for your hair, but I feel like a lot of them are good for all hair types. Whatever you need, it has all the ingredients in it for it. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, you can get them at I feel like you can get them at Target. These little hair mask packets, they're great. You can get them obviously at the beauty supply stores, and yeah, they're very cheap. I think they're like no more than $1 or $2. And yeah, use them as often as possible when your hair is messing up, in between stages from straight to curly to straight. Yeah, it's great. I would say at least use them twice a month, because they're great, like I said. And when my hair needs a break, sometimes usually I'll put it in a protective style, whether that's, like I said, sleep back, or I'll even wear I've worn wigs, but they're very natural looking. Like, they'll look like my natural hair without actually being my natural hair. You guys seen it. I've worn wigs on sets, but I don't wear them a lot because I just love my natural hair. But I think it's good to give your hair a break. I'm not a one that wears braids a lot. I think they're cute, but the upkeep I guess it's not a lot of upkeep. It's me taking them out. It's like, I don't want to go through taking them out. And I'm not talking about just cornrows. I'm talking about like the box braids. I forget the correct term, where they're braided individually all over your head and take hours to get done. I just don't have the patience for that, and to get it taken out, I just don't. But A lot of people have them. They're really cute, and if you have someone putting them in, taking them out for you, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, sleek backs are very protective. People don't think they're protective hairstyles. My hair grew so much just from me sleeking them back. But the thing is, people, when they do slick backs, sometimes slick backs, I don't know the correct term, if slick backs, whatever. They tie the ponytail too tight, so it causes breakage of your hair. But I've got to the point where it's still secure. I've got to a medium where it's still secure, but it's not that tight to where it's breaking off my hair. So you find your median, make it work. Your hair will grow, trust me. I also take my vitamins. You guys know I take biotin once a day, every day. Sometimes I think you can take it up to 3 times a day. Sometimes I will, but I just like to, space it out because I don't want to go through them so quickly, because I go through my supplements so quickly, and they're not crazy expensive, but they're definitely an investment. But a great one. I love how my hair looks and how long it is, because it wasn't this way for years. People that work with me for years notice every time. They're like, oh my gosh, your hair got so long. It's because you gotta maintain it, you gotta keep it. And people don't realize also your diet contributes on how healthy your hair is and how healthy your nails are and skin and everything. So I noticed when I stopped eating crazy, like I have in and out from time to time, but I don't eat excessive like craziness, like pancakes and fried chicken and all this other stuff that I was eating excessively all the time, like soul food all the time. So I've noticed also my hair started growing too because of that. So gotta be mindful what you're eating, and even in the environment you're in. Like I also noticed when I stopped going outside a lot in downtown, just walking around, I'm in my apartment a lot now, shooting this podcast, working from home, sending emails. My hair has grown too. So it's so many other factors that people don't realize, like the chemicals in the air, all that affects your body. So you gotta be mindful where you're even going sometimes. Sometimes you can't help it, I understand, but if you can, try to, because it makes a difference, guys. But yeah, that's it for me. Yeah, I think my curly hair, it is something, and it's so crazy. I look completely different when my hair is curly versus how I look when it's straight. And yeah, but I love it, and it's all in keeping it up. And it used to not look so crazily different, because when my hair is straight, when I used to get my hair straight, I didn't want it to be like bone straight. I got different type of styles. Like I was like, okay, if it's a little frizzy, cool, because I went to people that didn't really know how to do my hair. But now that I know how to take care of it, I know what looks best, and I go to people that can do what I've learned to do over the years, it looks great. It looks great. And I was like, I'm not putting excessive heat on it. It feels great. Like, people will see some hair and be like, it looks great, but it feels horrible. So you want it to look good and feel good. I'm at the point where both do. And yeah, it's the products you put in. Like I said, this product is amazing. Y'all should look it up. I don't want them. I gotta promote these people. I hope they see my video. Garnier Whole Blends Honey Treasures. This conditioner is insane. It's so good. But yeah, when you really take care of your body takes care of you. So yeah, remember that always, okay, guys? All right, guys. So these are the little things that I do with my hair. I hope it helps some people out there. I hope my curly hair sisters would try this product, and I hope they like it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys later. Like this video if you liked it, comment and let me know your thoughts. Always subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys tomorrow, okay? Love you. Bye.